It's week 9 of the 2023 season, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Lions and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Carr going to throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On 1st down, Jennings. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
And this this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame charge. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points. Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Jennings. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking deep for Adams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Jennings. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 3rd down, Jennings. And he fires one, but incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Williams. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at about the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Jennings. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They run out of the gun with Swift. Down at the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Jennings. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Off the play fake. Jennings. Rolling to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Jennings. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Carr now to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. To throw on 3rd down, Jennings. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Carr now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Carr completes it, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, his throw incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Carr again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run right here with Swift. A nice little juke. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Looking to throw on second down. Jennings. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll put him in an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jennings. And the Raiders have got him. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Jennings. Eluding the pressure right. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On first down, Carr. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his throw here is incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On a slant, here's Collins. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the 2nd half of the season. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. David Montgomery, 88 yards on the ground. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Jennings. Pass completed on the comeback route. This is Hawkinson. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jennings. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 22, Carr. And that's complete to Adams. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. They fake the handoff. Now Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jennings. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Time for another look at this Lions offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg. Jennings. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On third down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game. Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
Here's Williams to return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jennings.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 14. Eluding the pressure right. pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Waller taking it in over the middle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From midfield, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on first down, Jennings.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. Jennings. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. Finding Williams once more. Complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, Jennings. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. This is Swift on the counter. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Raiders. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or whether they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
Carr to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal in the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So now the Lions down by 10. And time, a huge factor. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. On 1st and 10, Jennings. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back to throw again. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only